The next one, pyjama day.
Yeah, but it's not primary school.
It's Mufti Day at this high school in Brisbane's north.
Something that we're trying to do is to improve student belonging into our school, and we do that through student voice with a themed non-uniform dress day, which is American High School.
Dressed up, so.
Andy Sturgu is the principal of Sandgate District State High School. He says building a strong culture is crucial to help tackle an emerging issue, an increase in some students being violent.
Most of the physical aggression that we can see is social stuff that happens outside of school through social media and messaging, and then they bring it into school, and unfortunately sometimes it does end up physical or pushing around.
The school has created this space called the Go Zone, a place for students to come when they're struggling and need some extra support.
If I get mad in class, I can come to the Go Zone to chill out for 15 minutes. And if the time is up, I can go back.
He's also secured extra guidance officers, a deputy principal, and even a school-based police officer to keep kids engaged.
So we don't get to the pointy end where the kids have no other option than physical aggression or breaking out. It's all about their emotion and their well-being at that state.
But he says at times suspensions and in rare cases expulsions are necessary.
We typically only go for short suspensions, and that's after we've tried a range of other techniques and strategies. While they are suspended at home, all of our teachers provide them work through email or online platforms that we use.
Suspensions at the school grew between 2022 and 2023, reflecting a wider trend in Queensland.
We are hearing from our members that there is an increase in occupational violence and aggression in schools. There are some students who will throw objects. There are some students who will try to stranglehold some students. Other students, they'll also abuse teachers and their students by using swear words.
She says being able to suspend or expel students is important so schools can help manage this behaviour.
This is a workplace and we need to keep people safe. No one would tolerate violence and aggression in a workplace. They would expect a process by which there were consequences for that violence and aggression.
New data from the Queensland Government shows the number of suspensions and expulsions were up by almost 4,000 in 2023 compared to the year before. The most frequent reason being physical aggression. Overall, the most recent figures are slightly down on 2019 numbers.
Well, it's alarming, and obviously it's an issue that needs to be addressed.
The Queensland Human Rights Commissioner believes these numbers are too high.
Education is a very fundamental, foundational right, and we have to recognise that when we are allowing, albeit very under-resourced teachers and principals making these decisions that have lifelong consequences for children.
The Commissioner wants new laws to protect children who find themselves in trouble.
I think there really does need to be a guarantee for every child that even if you are suspended or expelled, that there is an alternative arrangement for your education put in place before that expulsion takes effect.
There is no teacher, no principal I know who doesn't believe that those young people deserve the same access to an education as any other child. But we know that they are really challenging for teachers and principals. Not a day goes past where a teacher or teachers are not being physically or verbally abused, and that is simply not acceptable.
The Queensland Government has committed almost $300 million to help kids who are struggling in mainstream schools.
A lot of children, mainstream school simply does not work for them, and that's why we're funding a range of alternatives to mainstream education, and we are rolling them out as we speak.
Those include new flexible learning spaces in state schools and colleges for high school kids dealing with issues such as trauma and homelessness.
So have you got a call to action in your speech?
A call to action?
Yeah, like in the sense that you're talking to an imaginary audience, right?
This is Busy School, a non-state school offering an alternative for those in Year 11 and 12 who have disengaged from traditional schooling. Students come for a whole range of reasons, such as learning difficulties or mental health concerns, not only because they may have been suspended in the past.
Then you briefly repeat the impact that racism has on people. How does it affect people? One lesson is 90 minutes with a couple of breaks in between. So we organize our lessons in a different format compared to other schools, and we sort of make sure that our lessons have a really good balance between learning moments and fun moments.
Principal Ingrid Raczynski says the key to productive classrooms is extra support.
We don't really see the same sort of physical aggression from the students. They do still get frustrated, but they have space to have the breakout spaces outside our classrooms. They also have a little bit of space to have a bit of walk around or maybe have a chat to a youth worker.
I don't do well with like big crowds and stuff, and I don't do well with like just sitting there trying to put my head down and focus, like I need help. And this school was really good with providing all that for me.
We can really see the difference in the kid from when they first started to when they graduate, and that real joy that they've really transformed themselves and that somebody's really believed in them. It's very rewarding work.